Second-year UConn head coach Bob Diaco inherited a tough situation in 2014. With a year under his belt, the culture of his program has noticeably started to shift. After a 2-0 start this fall, the Huskies have dropped 3 straight games but have hung close with tough opponents. And although there are areas that Diaco acknowledges still need some attention, he is excited about the group he has to work with.
I'm excited right now that we're entering a phase where we can all anticipate, where trust is built and growing. And inside of that now, you can work fast. You know, you need every little piece of information. You're not looking over your shoulder. Every single person, player, staff, coach, can just operate within our mission, in our culture, and with whole heart, whole mind, whole body go. And know what they're going to get in return from the people adjacent to them. So that's a nice piece.
With a certain trust now established throughout the program, Diaco is ready to take the next step with the Huskies.
Every day we're working on developing these young men and changing their lives in those areas, in their physical strength and conditioning, in their football skill and their mastery of just the ability to do their job well, in their social development and intellectual development. I mean, that's all in improving and increasing, and I can see, I mean, there's measurables to it, you know, every single week, every single month, that feedback that we get, that we're making a lot of ground there. And with their spirit and their overall energy for their work and jobs and being a part of something bigger than themselves. So we're working on that every day.
This Saturday, UConn will look to even out their conference record and pick up their first win in the East Division. The northernmost team in the league will head south to do so, a game that has recently had a little more buzz around it. Diaco created a trophy following the conclusion of last season for what he sees as a natural rivalry, a rivalry created purely out of respect for a UCF program that has left its national mark in previous years. We're
excited about competing in every single game, and we've set Central Florida apart as a rival for our team and a benchmark for us to aspire to. And it was born out of nothing but respect for them and how they do their business. So hopefully it's not offensive to anyone. But that would be a red letter game for us. It's about our team. And I have ultimate respect for Coach O'Leary and how he coaches football and how his teams play. And then not only how they play, but how they conduct their business. I mean, he does it the right way. And it's with that ideology that I'm drawn to. I'm drawn to that style of coaching. I'm drawn to that style of team. So top to bottom, in recent history, they've achieved that. They've done that. They've proven that. So we're trying to build a program. Why wouldn't we point to them on our half of the conference as you know, the team that once you're at that level, then you know you've done something. So and it's a natural fit with proximity. It's an interesting story. You know, I'd like to think that they might have to come each other year, come play in the cold. We'll go down and play in the warmth. So we'll be down there at the beginning of October, and it's going to be, you know, what it'll be like down there. You know, 98% humidity, which is a great challenge. That's awesome. And then they come up to us, and if it's in November, there's a chance it's going to be cold. And that's how, you know, energy and rivalries are built. And the trophy game part of it is mostly just an upbringing in my football history. You know, at the University of Iowa, we played trophy games. The Big Ten, we played trophy games. And I always thought it was kind of cool as a player. So that's why that piece was added to the overall conversation.
The ConFLiCT trophy now has 2 scores on it, a 62-17 UCF win from 2013 and last year's 37-29 UConn victory. Saturday at 3:45 p.m. Eastern, both teams will be fighting for the win and that 3rd spot on the trophy, but more importantly, a 1-1 start in league play. You can catch the Knights and the Huskies on ESPN News. For the American Digital Network, I'm Haley Outen.